We will be sitting there and Josh, he's like laughing so hard. And I don't even know what he's laughing at. My dad's name is Barry. They were going to name me Barryetta. Can you imagine? Josh wouldn't have dated me if my name was Barryetta. Okay, this is a little weird. It's not incest, I promise. We had tacos and margaritas before we went to church, which is, I don't know. I think now, because Josh is in the military, I think we don't get to spend a lot of time together. I've just had to kind of learn to like take a seat back because we do have completely different careers and our schedules are totally different. Yeah. The only way you're gonna have a healthy marriage is if you both genuinely support each other and what that is. That's the one thing that always keeps us together, is knowing that God has a really big plan for our lives.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Couple Things with Shawn and Andrew. Today is a fun one. We have a couple in the studio with us.
That's right. It's our first interview as a couple that we're doing. We're very excited.
They're friends of ours. We're really excited. A lot of energy.
That's right. Today we're interviewing Raelynn Davis and her husband Josh Davis.
Whose name is actually Rachel. What?
I know, we didn't know this. But Raelynn is a country music all-star.
You might recognize her or know her from The Voice.
That's right. She has some of my favorite songs she has are Queens Don't and Tailgate.
And then her husband, Josh Davis, military.
This is a hilarious conversation, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this. Let us know in the comments and the ratings down below. And let's just go ahead and jump into this one with Raelynn and Josh. All right, Ray, Josh, thanks for joining us today. Super happy to have you here.
Yeah, I'm to be here.
I just want to start off, Ray. You're responsible for one member of our family being a part of our family, and that's the dog Thor.
Yes.
So just have to thank you for that.
Of course.
It's a pretty loud, obnoxious dog. Destroyed a lot of furniture, but we're thankful regardless.
He was. If you follow me, you know that me and Josh had a dog named Jazz, and so Thor was Jazz's baby. The best.
Thor is the sweetest.
Me and Shawn went on a hike and we took Thor. Remember, so we were walking with him. We were going to take the long hike and we took the short one because we walked up the stairs. There's this place to hike in Nashville called Percy Warner, and it's like the stairway to hell. It's so freaking.
It's so hard.
It's so hard. But by the time we got the stairs, Thor was so exhausted we had to carry him.
Tired.
I mean, he was so tired. And that was
he a puppy at this time?
He was a puppy. Yeah,
he
we
was
took him on
like 6 weeks old,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted him, but I didn't think I could have him with Nash, just both being boys and like strong personalities. So then we convinced my parents to take him.
Yeah, and then you texted me. It was honestly perfect.
Yeah,
it was so perfect.
Go ahead.
You carried him the rest of the.
We carried him the whole way, and he was just like his little claws were on the outside on my shoulder, and he was like looking at the people behind. He was like, he was so exhausted.
I heard people coming up behind us. They're like, "Oh." It was really cute.
And I had driven our Jeep. We have a 1987 Jeep Wrangler that has no AC in it, and it was so hot that day.
So hot.
But I was like gun ho about driving it because we had just gotten it, and so me and Thor were so hot. By the time that we got to Percy Warner, we were sweating, but we made it.
Oh my gosh,
it was awesome.
So we thought about this question before you guys got here. I'm curious if you can answer it.
Okay.
So if you guys were to describe your relationship in the form of an on-screen character's relationship, so like Brangelina or like Brad and Jennifer, or we could go
maybe like Beauty and the Beast,
like Dwight and Angela from The Office.
Yeah,
hey,
my dude.
That's a good one.
She was,
Angela.
She's watched one season.
I don't.
Okay, let's not start arguments here, dude. How can I can't get Shawn into The Office, and it's the most annoying.
He literally tries every night. We, have a TV in our bedroom, and he's like, "Just stay up and watch it with me tonight." And I just can't. I always fall asleep.
It's a hard show to get into.
Yeah, I told her one episode a night, and we're just right before we go to bed, one episode, and she's yet to make it through one episode. We've been trying this for a month and a half.
It is it is the highest form of comedy.
It really is.
It's the funniest.
I'm trying to think honestly who we would be.
Yeah,
I think it would be a mixture of two different shows.
Which one?
Okay.
I really don't know. I was kind of joking with the
are we thinking Monica and Chandler? or I mean,
Friends is the worst.
Yeah.
Friends is not a good show.
Friends is a
Wow.
great show.
Yeah.
See, I've never really watched
You've
Friends.
never seen
I've never
Friends?
watched Friends.
Good.
Don't.
What about-
Okay, I hate it when people
I'm
freak out. Like I love Hannah Montana. Okay, like
I
I
love
grew
Hannah
up.
That's your show?
Dude, I
Yeah.
have been
I love
crushing Disney Plus. Like when I tell you,
I love
like,
Hannah
and Josh
Montana.
does not think it's funny. It's the most hilarious show.
Yeah.
Montana.
And she likes that, not The Office. I don't.
Get with it,
Yeah.
okay?
I just don't
Yeah.
like. Okay, I don't think that kind of comedy is funny. Like. We will be sitting there and Josh, he's like laughing so hard. And I do not. I don't even know what he's laughing at. He's like, well, if you knew the characters, you would know why it's funny.
That
And,
sounds
like,
exactly like
there
him.
are a few
It
times, though,
sounds
I
like
will laugh at Dwight or like, what's the boss's name?
Michael.
Michael.
Oh, no.
There's a few
He's
times where
hysterical.
Michael's
The
funny.
boss like makes my skin crawl.
She can't
Really?
Like I cannot. Oh my
That's why
gosh.
it's funny though.
Like it makes me cringe.
She
The
takes it
recep-
personally for some reason. Instead of just laughing at it, she's like,
And,
I
like,
can't believe
Who's the
he
girl?
would do
Who's the
that.
receptionist?
Pam.
She's funny. I like her.
Pam. She's so painfully awkward that
I
it
like
makes
that.
it hilarious.
I like
I
that.
think that's funny. Whatever.
Wow,
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay,
she
you
does
have a
think
little
it's
bit
funny.
of progress.
Yeah.
One
She
step
does-
at a time.
I've done it like totally under the radar though. She doesn't even realize she's liking it, but she's almost there.
Yeah, I
I like the
guess.
subtle brainwash.
Okay, one
that's
more
going on.
question.
Yeah.
What would be your couple name? So like, have you like figured out your mashup name? Are you like
Oh my gosh.
Rosh?
Rosh?
Ray J. Ray J.
Ray J.
Ray J?
Ray J? That's,
or,
I think that would honestly
kinda like
be it.
That's cute.
Ray J. I like Ray J. That's cool.
Yeah. Or
think.
Chandru.
So this is actually
That's good.
that's the best we could. We're not
That's really good.
Or it could be.
Hey, have you ever thought
um,
Chandru is actually like our family name now?
Jolyn. Jolyn.
Oh, like that?
Jolene.
Jolyn.
Yeah.
Jolene.
But if it was my regular name, which is Rachel, it'd be.
Wait,
Chacho?
excuse me, what?
Huh? You know my name is Rachel?
I did not know
You
that.
did not know that?
No.
Yes.
Okay, what is your full name?
Well, before I got married, it was Raelynn Woodward, and now it's Raelynn Davis.
Interesting.
Spelled R-A-E.
Racheel. My mom misspelled my name when she was writing it. So
Oh, so you just have.
I always say she was hyped up on pregnancy drugs. She actually, to be funny, I was like a love child. My mom wasn't expecting to have me.
Okay.
Long story short, Josh goes, "Oh God."
Blessing to the world.
Blessing to the world. That being said, they didn't have a name for me picked out when they got to the hospital.
Okay.
So she's giving birth. I love this story. And she's like, she honestly just didn't care about what my name was. And they literally, my dad's name is Barry. They were going to name me Barryetta because she was just like, oh, we'll just name her
Barryetta?
Barryetta. And my sister goes, no, she will get made fun of her whole life. You can't
Barryetta?
name her Barryetta. Can you imagine? Josh wouldn't have dated me if my name was Barryetta.
Could you imagine if
Can
you're
you
like-
imagine if you were like, hey, what's your name?
I've never heard of anyone named Barry.
My name's Barryetta.
Yeah.
And so
Barryetta.
my
I don't think that exists.
no, I know, but it's so
That-
bad. And then my dad wanted to name me Valerie, which I don't look like a Valerie.
You don't know about
And so when I was, so my sister like was freaking out. She's like, name her anything, just don't name her Barryetta, name her Rachel. And then she was like, oh, I like that. And then she spelled it wrong.
That's
so,
funny.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty funny story.
Okay.
I know.
So this is Josh's first podcast.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
Josh's first
We're
podcast.
honored.
Yeah.
We're so honored.
I'm trying
I'm
to
just
figure
trying
out.
not to screw this up. So
I think it's from the sounds of it, it's just going to be the girls chit chatting and us just sitting here listening, which
yeah, us
sounds
just
about right.
laughing.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what your shirt's made out of, though, dude. That's the fanciest.
Yeah, this
Look
is
how
actually
nice
there's
that is.
a lot of stories behind this shirt. It was supposed to be Rachel's shirt, so
Can
she
I-
got
can
it.
I tell the story?
okay,
Wait,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
call
Do you
her
call
Rachel?
her Rachel?
I do.
Oh wow.
Interesting. I like
Ray,
this.
Rachel, yeah.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I went to Tribe Kelly. Okay, they had
Yes.
a huge
Yeah.
annual sale, right?
Yes.
And I got so much crap for Josh. Like they had all the sweatsuits for super cheap. So I got them all for him. And I find a few things for myself. I bought 2 things for myself.
Yeah.
That shirt and these. Wait, no,
Are you serious?
Hear me out. Wait, hear me out. I bought 2 things for myself. A shirt and a pair of sweatpants. And so, anyways, I bought it in a large, or no, it was a medium or a large. I think it was a large. I bought it in a large, and I was like, I'll cut it and make it a cute crop. You know, it'll be cute. They didn't have any smalls left. So then I get to the house, and Josh goes, "Oh, this is so cool." And like I was like telling him stuff, and then he picks up that shirt. He goes, "Oh, this was my favorite." And I didn't have like the balls to tell him that it was my shirt, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay. And he puts it on. He goes, babe, do you love it?
I was like, this looks too much like a girl shirt.
And then he goes, does this kind of look like a girl shirt? And I was like, no, it looks great. And then he wore it out. And then I was like, babe, I have to tell you, that was actually a
Every
woman's
time,
shirt.
like, I put it on, though, I'm like looking at it. I'm like, the collar's just a little too loose.
But my favorite part was,
I don't know. I love it.
my favorite part was I picked up 2 things and he was like going through, he thought the whole bag was for him. And he picks it up and he goes, oh, this is my favorite. It was like his favorite shirt.
I think I
Like,
put it on instantly,
you
too.
did.
Like,
You took off your shirt and put on that shirt. It was honestly hilarious.
Hey, you rock it. You
Yeah.
rock
thank you.
it. Yeah.
You look great in it. It matches your skin tone.
I think you need to go back to Tribe Kelly and be like, this should be a men's shirt.
Well, all their
I'll just
clothes are
move them all to the
technically,
men's section.
Yeah.
all their clothes are kind of technically unisex.
Okay.
But that
Hey,
was
so you're onto
definitely
something.
worth
There
it.
you go.
I think I'm cutting edge, guys.
That's
Yeah.
a great story.
It was really funny. I told that to Brittany, of course, who owns her and her husband, Brian, but she was crying, laughing. She goes, I've done that so many times. It was funny.
I'm curious, what's the story of how you two met?
We met at church, like when I was at Belmont. So I think I was a junior, maybe senior.
Now, you were a senior at Belmont when we met.
Yeah. We
Playing
met-
baseball, right?
You're
Pitcher?
Vandy, yeah.
Yeah.
Vandy guy, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a rivalry
down the
between
road.
Belmont and Vandy?
Now Vandy
No,
always,
because they're
Vandy
so much
always
better.
demolishes
Yeah.
Belmont.
Okay.
It's like a little, I feel like it's a
So
little
technically, there's a
brother.
little rivalry. He goes, no, there's no rivalry. We actually demolished Belmont. So there's no rivalry.
In my 4 years, I think we beat Vandy once or twice
Okay.
in
That's
baseball.
good.
Yeah. They're really good.
That's
They're like-
better than you saying no, they killed us and everything.
Yeah, Josh actually will tell the truth when it comes to anything. Like, he's just like, I feel like you'll give somebody credit where it's credit's
Yeah,
due.
they're like one of the best baseball programs in the country.
That's
Vanderbilt's
right.
unreal.
Keep going. Keep
But
going.
we met at church.
Andrew, we played football.
Good
We
point.
met at church, and then we saw each other at a wedding 2
Yeah.
weeks later. And then I got his number. I know I slid into his DMs on Twitter.
I got your
Really?
number. I gotta stand strong in that.
No, but I slid into your DMs
That's true.
after church
On Twitter.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
I was, like,
actually exactly
super
what
hot.
Andrew did.
And actually, I didn't want to go to church that day. I was like, just super tired because I think I went out the night before. And I remember wearing like a poncho and like bootcut jeans, like with like Tom's shoes and my hair up with a bun on top of my head. Like I looked like shiznit. Like it was not cool. And but then that's
You've
when
used so many
my-
different words for that word. That
I
you're
like
trying
it.
to say.
I really
like
That's
it.
like the second or third variation.
I'm trying not to cuss. I'm getting better. Instead of saying the F word, I'm saying fudge
Oh, nice.
Wow.
or trying to.
That's progress.
That is.
know.
That's good.
Hey,
I
I'm
say
just trying to let Jesus know I love him. You know. I
What
watch my
church?
mouth.
What church did you guys meet
It was
at?
Grace Church in Franklin, Tennessee. Yeah. That's a great church. We haven't been there. Like, things kind of been crazy. And it's like 45 minutes from where we live now. So it's like tough.
Yeah,
to-
because Franklin, because I didn't live in Nashville when we met. I lived back in Texas, but I was staying with some family and they were in Franklin, so I just went to church with them. So,
I remember when you took me to the Belonging.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You're like, you want to go to church with me? I was like, yeah,
Yeah, why not?
sure.
We went and had had tacos and margaritas before we
Yes.
went to church, which is highly recommend.
Are you serious?
yeah.
She didn't tell me that part.
Well, you told
I don't
Mark.
think you were even in town.
who
I think that's why
cares?
I was
I
Andrew.
I don't care, but it's just like
Yeah, geez.
it's a funny story. I feel like I could definitely use that as like some type of blackmail or
That we-
Tacos and marks
Nothing.
before Jesus.
Tacos and margs. Jesus
for it.
drank wine. Okay, so
It's
we
pretty
can
much
have a wine.
margaritas.
Yeah, it's pretty much tequila.
Mix in some lime juice.
And tequila is way more healthy, and we have to protect our temples. So I'm
That's
for
right.
sure that God would want us to drink tequila.
Yeah. It's amazing how you just came full circle to that.
I
That
know.
Well,
was
hold on.
I
impressive.
can always come full circle.
So you kind of summarized. I feel like maybe too brief. Like, what was the first interaction like?
Yeah.
You know, that made the second meeting worth.
Did
I
you
was
just like,
talking to my cousin, and then Ray kind of came up, and then
Ray,
introduced-
explain yourself.
you just,
Okay,
you just
so
barged
I
into
saw him- you
you
somebody's
just saw him and you're like,
conversation.
I want that.
Okay,
I
can
have
I
to
explain
interrupt.
the
But, like,
cousin
also-
situation? Can I
also-
explain the cousin situation?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
this is a little weird. It's
Yeah.
not incest, I promise. So both
geez.
of our okay
No,
Okay.
you started it off like both of our first cousins are married.
are married.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So he was talking.
To each
Not
other?
to each other. Oh, to each other.
Yes.
each other.
Your cousins are married.
Our first cousins.
We need to not like
Okay,
once you
let
open
me-
this up, you have to have like you have to get like a spreadsheet and
Okay,
explain.
but let me just explain it real quick.
Okay.
So, my first cousin, so my mom, Callie.
Yeah.
Okay. Callie's sister, my aunt, Cindy.
Yeah.
Aunt Cindy has a son.
Yes.
Okay. Named Jack.
Okay.
Spreadsheet.
Okay.
I'm there.
They understand what a first
Okay,
cousin
so Jack is married to Josh's.
I understand what a
Okay,
cousin
Josh's
is.
dad.
Yeah.
Dad's sister.
Yes.
Her daughter is
Okay.
married to Jack.
Okay.
So our first cousins are married. So I've technically been around Josh since I was like 10 or 11. We've
So
been at the
since
same weddings.
they were
and-
married
Oh,
before
you've
you
known
guys.
each other.
I've known each other, but I didn't know him.
We never like
so we were
met.
Wait,
we never
Bibli-
met.
The
biblically.
big question is, since your first cousins were married before you, does that make you some sort of cousin-in-law?
We're not.
That's
I don't
what
think
she-
we
that's
are
what Ray's
married.
We
trying
double
to
checked,
deny.
we triple checked.
Yeah, we double checked.
Yeah.
We triple checked.
Oh, that's why you're trying to
say.
say it's not
It's
like
not
it's not like
incest.
you're two.
No,
I
it's
got
not
you.
two. They're two married in cousins. So it's
Gotcha.
like, yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's funny. So he was talking to my cousin Jack, who of course is my first cousin, and I was like, "Who the hell is this hot dude talking to my cousin Jack?" I didn't know. Like,
There
so
goes
then I
the
walked
cussing
up,
thing. I mean,
and
Yeah.
and then we went to Chewy's after, and Whitney, who is Jack's
More
wife, I
tacos
go,
and margs.
yeah, bar
Yeah.
tacos. And
Yeah.
and so Whitney, who's Josh's first cousin, who is Jack's wife, my cousin's wife, I said, you did not tell me that you had a really attractive cousin. And then she was like, and then they were making fun of me and stuff. And then I slid into his DMs.
and then you said, "Yeah, I do have a cousin. I'm gonna marry him."
Yeah, actually, this is super funny. So I went back home to Texas after we went to church because I didn't live in Nashville. I was just coming back and forth to Wright. And when I left to go to that wedding, I remember telling my mom, I was like, "Mom, I'm going to get me a hot baseball boyfriend." And she was like, "Oh, Lord, whatever. He's super hot." And I was like, "Thanks, Mom. Wow. Have a little courage in me." But that being said, I was right.
You came back
I came back.
with it.
We did it.
I love to hear Josh's mom's interpretation, hey bud, of that wedding, because she said like I had like these crazy eyes on the dance floor, and I was just like dancing towards her and dancing towards Josh, and it was really funny.
That's awesome.
I feel like people are always trying to figure out where's a good spot to meet a significant other, like a potential spouse, right? And I feel like the obvious answer, well, just like church is probably the number one draft pick there,
but I feel like you could find crazies everywhere.
including in church.
Yes.
Yeah,
But I feel like the
That's
pool
true.
of crazies is less in church.
But they're still there.
listen,
Girls have different thoughts.
I grew up in church, and I always told my mom, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like marry a guy that I'll meet at church, because some of them are just like I love Jesus, but I love to have a good time, and like, but I think growing up as like the pastor's kid, like all the guys that like went to my youth group were like super weird. Like, I don't know, they weren't. Sorry for listening to this one of those weird guys. I really don't care actually. That being said, I do think that church is a good place to meet somebody, because I love Jesus, but I like to have a good time, and I met obviously Josh, who was I think the same way. You have values, but you're fun. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you.
You're not like a crazy stickler.
I do feel like Shawn and I just giggle and laugh the whole time we're with you guys. I mean, we spent like 2 or 3 times hanging out with you guys, but it's always a pretty good time. But the priority is not I have a good time and then I love Jesus. I feel like since that's the first thing.
It's just having somebody with values that has like thinks the same way you think, but also, yeah, you're right. It's not just having a good time. It's just like they love the same things as you.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
because I feel like it's so hard to find somebody who has like, or for me, like that had morals and all these different things, but also loved the same things that I loved. And Josh was that.
What do you
Besides
guys?
The
What do
Office.
you guys love? If not The Office, then what? Short the list.
Do you want me to answer that, or you answer that?
You go for it.
Oh shit! Remember when I said I wasn't
There
gonna
goes the
cuss?
cussing.
Shiznit. I don't know. I think now, because Josh is in the military, I think we don't get to spend a lot of time together. But that's kind of been changing. But I think anytime we can just soak in quality time together.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
We're both like super homebodies. So if like we have like time in town, we're gonna like stay in and like watch a movie or like just chill. Like that's kind of what we like to do.
since we don't get to do live together a lot, doing live together, I feel like is so much fun.
Yeah.
But we do like I just hate being like so, but like working out, like going out with friends. I love bowling.
Okay, let's talk about
It's
something
kinda
else.
I'm really good at that.
You
Pins
like bowling?
Pins bowling, have you been?
Well, did it open already?
The one with
Is it brand new?
The bowling alley that has the pins that have the strings.
Are you big into bowling?
I
don't
like
know.
it. I'm not good.
I think you would like it.
I think they're
There's very
opening
few
a new
people that are
bowling
like, I love
place
bowling.
here, though.
No, I'm not good. If I
Y'all
break
gotta
100,
do. It's
good.
called Canadian
Really?
bowling, and
Yeah.
all the pins
It's
are
fun,
attached to.
It
Yes,
is. It
yeah.
is.
And I'm super good at it because it's like made for people like us, like little people. The lanes are smaller, the balls are smaller,
Oh, seriously?
and there's like innuendos everywhere about the balls, which is so funny to me. Like it's really awesome.
Okay, I want to put Josh on the spot
Yeah, hit me.
because it's your first podcast. Andrew asked this to other people, and he always like puts him on the spot. But what is it about Ray that you love?
Ooh, I like this.
I mean, obviously she has a heart for the Lord, but she is fearless in like any respect as far as like public speaking or anything like that. She has like zero fear. She's super bold. Yeah, I love watching her like during like any like stuff around like the CMA Fest or any of that stuff. She like watching her do all the interviews is like super impressive because I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't like think on the spot like her, and it's like really, it's always impressive watching her do that for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then what about you for Josh?
I would say first of all, of course, the fact that he's one of the most amazing spiritual leaders when it comes to just like because I feel like in the music industry, it's very up and down, and being an artist, any artist you ever meet, they're just up and down 24/7. But he's been the most like steady thing in my life, and also like he just always has the best words of encouragement, and I love that about him. And the one thing about Josh is he like, you're right here. My favorite thing about him is when he sets a goal of like, this is what I'm going to accomplish, he always achieves that goal. And
That's cool.
I sometimes like, I'm one of those people of always beginning of the year, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be this way and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's like, I crush her for the first month and then I'll like always kind of like backslide with it. But Josh is so persistent about really everything in his life when he like, I just think it's so cool how you always like hit your
Oh,
goals.
sweet.
You've accomplished a lot and I'm very proud of you.
Wow, that's super sweet.
Wow,
That's really sweet.
that was great.
And he's super funny and not a lot of people know about it.
You can't keep going because my answer was not as long as
No,
yours.
you're
and
super
that.
funny.
I do have to say, from what I know about you, you're a great conversationalist. A couple
Hey,
times
thank
hanging
you,
out,
man.
you're always like,
That's
you're always like
definitely the
asking
same about you too.
pertinent questions. Appreciate that. But Ray, when we saw you, I guess last time we saw her was like the Blake Shelton thing,
the Blake Shelton
voice thing.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
And
that was funny.
she was up there on stage singing, no backup dancers, no band members, just you singing. I was like, that's hard to do.
I could not
I couldn't
do that.
just be up there doing my thing. So
That was
props.
actually really funny because I had to sing to a track. I've never sang to a track in my whole freaking life besides like when I was at church and sang Happy Birthday Jesus. Okay. Like I was like, did not like it, but it was just different. But yeah, I just like had to make it work. But
Yeah,
it was fun.
You owned it.
That was the
Thank
first
you.
time you sang
Fearlessness.
bra off.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe it was. I think it was.
Well, you announced it that way.
Since it had been out,
I don't know.
I say a
I
lot
don't know
of the
how
same
music
things over and
works.
over again.
Jeez, wow!
I'm
That
sorry,
was,
I'm getting away from
Sean and I
myself.
wrote that in
My
like a
Josh,
memory book.
he-
Like, first
my
time
Josh,
hearing
did
a
you hear me? I was
debut
like, my
country
Josh.
song.
Josh always can tell you what I'm going to say before my concerts. Like before, like I'm like, like one of the songs I sing called "Careless." He goes, "I wrote this song about caring a little less about a boy, whatever." He could like quote all the things that I'm gonna say. Like
Yeah.
that's why I have to switch it out every couple years.
Or you're like the thing for God Made Girls.
What do I
where
say?
you're like, I believe God made girls to make this world go round and round.
Whatever.
Wait, don't you have a song that says that?
God made girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Not God Made Girls. There's another song that's like,
Round and round.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's like not a red cover. It has a red cover.
Red cover. Rowdy?
Rowdy. Oh yeah, that's not round.
Yeah, not round and round.
That's a different word.
That's close though.
I get rowdy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so something I was really curious about. We were talking about this. Is you guys pretty much have polar opposite careers. So
Right.
your career is musician. You need to be in the limelight. You need to be like loud and get attention to keep yourself relevant. You military, it's almost it's polar opposite. So it's about privacy and keeping to an order. How do you guys make those mesh and work?
I've always thought like opposites attract. So and that's what my mom always says. But so yeah, I think that's just like the differences in our lives of like what makes us.
I think
like,
it's what makes us work, honestly, because communication's been the biggest thing, I think, for when he's gone, like just always being on the same page. I love FaceTime. It's the best thing ever. But I think, honestly, like Josh would support me in anything that I ever decided to do. If I wanted to go, work at McDonald's. I know that's super dramatic, but hey, maybe one day. But I'm just saying, like, he would support me in that. He would support me in anything that I wanted to do. And same thing with me. Like, the military it's hard, but to not see him all the time. But that's Josh's dream. And like doing, serving his country and doing that is like what his heart is about. And I think when you genuinely love somebody, you can't like just be like, oh, well, why can't you do something that fits my life? Or he can't even say that either. Like the only way you're going to have a healthy marriage is if you both genuinely support each other and what that is. But it is very interesting because there's a lot of things that I can't talk about that Josh does. And, or there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, just come on a plane and come to this show. And he's like, no, I'm ordered to do this. And it's been good for me because I know like, I've just had to kind of learn to like take a seat back because we do have completely different careers and our schedules are totally different.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a pause and hear from our sponsors. So you guys have probably seen me post about this on my Instagram, mostly because it's truly our go-to spot to get our high-quality meats. But ButcherBox is a customizable meat box that comes right to your door.
Yeah, we love their grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, and of course the fact that all of ButcherBox's meat is humanely raised, antibiotic-free, and doesn't have any added hormones.
They have pork, beef, chicken, and salmon to order. The best part for us, though, is that all of their meat is humanely raised, and that's super important to us. So by taking out the middleman of grocery stores, ButcherBox is able to buy meat at a lower cost and pass those savings along to you. Boxes start at $129 a month, which works out to less than $6 per meal, and shipping is free nationwide.
And we have a special code for you guys. For a limited time, get 2 filet mignons and 1 pack of bacon for free, plus $20 off your first box when you sign up at butcherbox.com/couple. Or enter promo code couple at checkout. That's $20 off your first box and 2 filet mignons, plus 1 pack of bacon by going to butcherbox.com/couple. Or enter your promo code couple at checkout.
Babe, so we don't talk about this stuff a whole lot, but
We don't.
let's just go ahead and jump into this one, huh?
So I've personally known about this female-owned company, Lola, for a while now. I don't know if you know about it, but it's a line of period products made with organic cotton, which is actually really important for those types of products.
Sure.
But now, drum roll please, Lola additionally offers sex products.
Is that right?
I mean, we made a baby somehow, so guys, don't be too shocked.
This is a podcast all about couple things, so
Yes.
just buckle up here.
But it's all made with women in mind. The subscription is fully customizable. You can choose your mix of products. Lola's subscription is super flexible. You can change, skip, or cancel your subscription at any time. All of their products leave me worry-free about what I'm putting in my body.
And for every purchase, Lola donates feminine care products to homeless shelters across the U.S.
That is amazing.
Which is awesome.
That's amazing. Please give Lola a try. We have a special discount for you guys. For 30% off for your first month subscription, visit mylola.com and enter EastFam when you subscribe. That's mylola.com and enter EastFam when you subscribe. Okay, so I posted about this company called Rothys a few months ago and spoke about how comfortable and stylish their shoes are. And since then, I think I've gotten 1,000 different comments and questions about these particular shoes that I wear. They seriously are my favorite shoes I think I've ever purchased. I think I have 6 pair now. They're stylish, they're sustainable, they're comfortable, washable. I don't wear socks, so the washable part is like super clutch. And they are made from recycled water bottles, which is pretty cool. I have a few of the sneaker shoes, and I also have like the slip-ins, and I can promise you guys that I'm in them as much as I possibly can be. Plus, Rothys always comes with the free shipping and free returns and exchanges. No risk, no worries, no reason not to try. Anyways, check out all of the amazing styles available right now at rothys.com/couple. Go to rothys.com, rothys.com/couple to get your new favorite flats. Comfort, style, sustainability, these are the shoes you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/couple today.
Let's get back to it. So the context of that is you guys got married in 2017, is that right? And then a year after, is that right?
2016.
15.
Sorry,
Yeah.
2016?
I think you got
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I
Right?
mean,
4
Wikipedia
years.
would say you got married in 2016,
Yeah.
February 27th.
Yeah, we'll stick to that one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You guys figure that out.
Yeah.
A year after, give or take, is when you decided
Yeah.
to go to the military, right?
Yeah.
Can you walk us through? That's a huge decision. You kind of knew, both of you, what that would entail as far as not being able to see each other. How did you guys make that decision together as a couple?
So it was something like I thought about, like even during baseball, like I like kind of wanted to like quit baseball and do it. But it ended up to where I got released or whatever. And then it was like a couple years after that, I decided to do it. But honestly, it was something I thought about for a while. And I don't know if Ray was on the exact same page as me, but like, I remember like we were watching TV in bed and I hadn't told her yet. And,
That you had.
that I wanted to do it.
Okay.
So
I
it
should
was
have
like,
known though, because he was doing all these like psycho workouts, like doing like really crazy stuff.
You're playing in the minor league
Yeah.
baseballs, and then
yeah,
The
but this was
The baseballs.
baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah. This was
don't
like
like
2
ball.
years.
You were playing in the baseballs back then.
nothing.
It was like about a year and a half, 2 years later.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said it to her and then like turned the TV off and like shut the lights off, thinking like we were gonna go to bed right after. I was like, hey, I think I want to do this, and so I just like
No.
turned it off and like I tried to go to sleep real quick, thinking like there was gonna be no
That's
conversation.
for sure gonna work. Nice. Good
And
strategy.
she turned the lights back on and we talked for a while, but yeah, it was we definitely had to get on like the same page. Like kind of the expectations had to be the same, and but no, she's been incredibly supportive through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's been really
It
fun.
I think it was a shock for me, but I think one thing that we've worked through, I know over being married for a little bit now, is like Josh is one of those people, he processes things in his brain for a while before he actually talks about it. And so he, in his like mind, he had already processed the fact that he wanted to be in the military. He didn't talk about it. So like,
sounds familiar.
so talk about it. He didn't. So by the time he talked about it, it was like a
was
decision
over.
made. And I was like, what the hell? Like you've already gone through it in your head.
So much
but
for
you
that
haven't-
no cussing thing.
Sorry, like
Strike
hell
three.
is not bad because it's a real thing. So basically, like don't give each other the eyes. I hate that. Ugh. So but the more I thought about it, like that is like we've kind of worked through that, and now Josh will communicate with me, and you won't kind of like.
I think that's a guy thing.
I think
I
it's a
think
guy
it is a
thing,
guy
yeah.
thing.
Because by the time Andrew tells me anything, it's
It's
already done.
It's already done. Yeah.
It's done. And then I have to you end up getting mad because then I have to process it. And I'm always like, well, you don't
We
take
process
no.
it.
And it's like, well, babe, I already did it. I'm like, cool.
That might be like more common than I thought. Like that, we might be onto something.
I think that might be a
I wish you
male
wouldn't have
versus
said that because
female
I was just
thing.
making it think it was his fault. Okay, like I'm just kidding. No, but it was honestly like. But I said this earlier when knowing how long it took him to process it, I realized this really is his dream and is something he genuinely wants to do, and it's just not something to not be with me because I'm so much fun.
Yeah.
I
You
was
got
just say, I think that's really cool, like how you explain supporting each other, and you can't be selfish in a way of each other's like career aspirations and goals. There's so many people with us, even when Andrew was bouncing around the NFL, they're like, how could you like let him do this pretty much? Or how could you take on that lifestyle? And in a solid marriage, it's kind of like, well, it's not my choice.
Yeah.
Right.
My job is to support my husband and vice versa. And I think that's really cool.
I think every marriage has a different variation of that. Like your guys' was a decision that you could make. But for Shawn and I, even like there were some things that I guess I didn't envision us having to go through, or me and my wife having to go through. But when I chose Shawn to be my wife, it's like, okay, well, you know, she's going to be doing public speaking and she's going to be doing walking red car. I never saw that as a part of my life, but I guess part of me was like, okay, well, I love Shawn and I want her to be my wife, and this is her calling. So I just have to be like supportive in that. And like, I think deciding what that thing, there's a lot that can be negotiated and needs to be compromised on in marriage. But like the context of you making that decision was like, you had a family history in doing it, and it had been your desire that you had likely talked about. And like, it wasn't just some random thing. Like, I want to start a food truck. Right. It was, I want to go serve my country, and you supporting that was like huge. I can't imagine how hard that would be, but huge. Yeah. Hats off to both of you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What's the hardest thing about doing long distance?
I think just not getting to see each other. Like, I think that's the hardest thing for me, or like, you know, I hate being like, I always like, it's hard for me to fully experience an awesome thing without Josh. Like, so when I would get to go on a cool trip or something, I'm just like, the whole time I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wish Josh was here. It'd be so much more fun. So I think it's like moments like that for me.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Yeah, I would agree. It's not seeing. I think we figured out like if we could see each other like once in every 2 weeks, it was like we didn't go crazy. But if it would like, we would start hitting like that 2.5, 3 week mark, it would like, we would get like irritated about dumb stuff.
What is your like average schedule at the moment, to give people listening an idea of how often or frequently you see each other?
Right now, like, we're going to see each other a good bit.
Yes.
Yeah. But
is that hard? After having
the
to see each other?
adjustment, coming back was like, I mean, it was great, but it was like, it's different.
Shawn and I always struggle with that.
Yeah.
I think if I maybe I can speak for the women here. Okay.
Yes.
We're very independent.
Oh yeah.
And I talked about this with another military wife. You know, when your husband's gone doing deployments or training or all these things, they basically are wanting you to be super independent and like, you know, make sure you and like take care of yourself and all that stuff. So like when Josh comes back, or like when Andrew comes back, you just have to get rethinking about somebody else and like what they want to do. And I know that sounds kind of selfish, and it is really selfish, but it's like, it's true. Like, I think I'm like, oh, well, this is where I'm used to eating. I'm used to doing this. I'm used to going here. I'm used to working on it at this time. But no, there's somebody else that
It's like a switch you have to flip on and off. And
honestly,
it takes a transition. But yeah, Andrew and I, whenever we did a few years where we were just like on and off all the time. And when we were away, we figured out our rhythm. And then when we got together, we figured out our rhythm. But those transition times were always rough.
Like 2 or 3 days, it was like, I don't like this. This is not fun. But
I think now, since you've been home for a second, we've been able to figure it out.
Yeah, we kind
It's
of
been
adjusted.
awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
it's been like 3 months since you moved back.
Like a month.
and
Oh,
a
just
half.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
That's great.
Are you guys big into love languages? Do you
Yeah, like we know each other's love language.
I think I know your love language.
Are you serious?
What's
Yours is acts of service.
Yeah,
Yeah. Duh.
Yours
Oh my
is-
God, look at me.
gifts.
Gifts?
yours is gifts?
No, and
Yes.
like affection. I'm very
physical
Physical touch.
touch,
physical
and
touch.
gifts.
Yeah. Gosh. Come on.
At least
That's
it's
my
not
favorite.
quality time. That's
Yeah.
that one's just
I would do
That's yours.
just-
Yes.
I would say like affection or physical touch is my first one, and
Yeah.
then gifts.
It's
Yeah.
I'd say mine's physical touch and quality time.
yeah.
Yours is words of affirmation and quality time.
Yeah, probably.
At least you'll have like one of the same.
Wait,
Yeah.
you have? I would say yours are words of affirmation. Do you need words of affirmation? No.
Yeah, I mean that might be how like a show.
I mean, don't we all like all of it?
I
Yeah.
love everything. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so if we don't want to talk about that, that's fine. But you wrote a song, "Lonely Call," I believe.
Yes.
You had somewhat of a
Yes.
volatile relationship. It sounds like
No.
dating.
Okay. So we broke up for about
2 years.
2 years, and we of course eventually got back together and got married. But yeah. So It was actually really funny. If you know Josh's brother JD, he is like one of the most hilarious humans ever. And he gave. So when I released that song, obviously I wrote it about.
Were you aware of
Josh,
her writing and releasing this song?
I honestly don't think. Well, when
I
you
released it when we got married.
we
after
were
we
already married.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think I heard the song
Until we got back together because I
Yeah.
played it for you.
Yeah.
Sally.
Makes me sound like a total tool. I'll give it that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Just kidding. Being funny.
So it wasn't like that story of you're together and then you break up. It was just like.
Well, that was.
separated
I mean,
for-
I wrote that song when we were broken up, and I don't know. Now you're making me feel bad about it, but it's like my highest song when it comes to streams.
Yeah.
So
It's
thank
relatable.
you.
It's relatable.
Honestly, though, I will say though, I'm so thankful that we broke up because when we got back together, we knew that we were meant for each other. Like there was no denying it, and every relationship of people that I've met that have had that where they broke up for a little bit and got back together, they've always lasted, and I think that there's something to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I definitely wrote that song. Oh, there was one that I wrote. No, this is the one that JD was being funny about. Was Better Do It, the one I wrote, and I released it on an EP, and it was like, if you say it, you better do it. And I was talking about stepping up to the. I was so when I think about 17-year-old me or 18-year-old me that was so sassy and by myself, and I was just I don't even know how I survived in the world at that. But that being said,
How did any of us survive in the world?
my
as
God.
If
My brother has any chance to make fun of me, he will.
oh,
Take
and so
advantage
he
of
was
it
making
fully.
making fun of the fact that I released that song, and yeah, I think you even congratulated me on the EP, and I actually felt bad about it. I was like,
Didn't you? Did
Thanks for
y'all
making
go
money
through
off of me, Ray.
Y'all break up at all? At any time?
we did not.
No, we
We had some rough times where we could probably have broken up.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of hit the ground running pretty fast.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, our second date was his brother's wedding.
Oh
So-
shoot!
This is one of those examples.
Wait, I think our first.
No.
This is probably one of those examples where I probably could have broken up with him. He's like, "You want to come to my brother's wedding with me?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" It's kind of weird meeting your parents this fast, but sure. I fly to San Diego for it, land at the airport, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in the wedding. I need to leave.
Oh man.
You hang out with my family. Peace out. Oh, by the way, you're going to be staying in a hotel room with my sister-in-law, and my
Oh shit!
lifetime nanny.
You threw her into it.
Wow.
It's either make or
Also,
break,
you're not
you
allowed
know?
to be in any pictures, but you can take
I
pictures
never,
of the family.
I never said this.
See you later. And then his
My
dad
brother
proceeds to
did.
walk
I
up to me
didn't.
and he's like, "Do you want to have breakfast with me tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh my lord!"
But here we
sure?
are.
Hey, but if you could survive
That's
that, you can survive
amazing.
anything.
Yeah.
Was there zero warning to that too? Like you just got there. and
No
then-
warning. No.
That's-
Zero. I thought I was going to be like
Communication
a
is
guest
definitely something
sitting in the back
that
row
I'm
of a
continuing
wedding.
to improve at.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love you. And it worked out.
I love you too.
But it was just comical.
Yeah. I do have to say, your song, you're talking about most streamed songs,
Yeah.
whatever. Queens Don't, I feel like needs to be played in every household. I feel
I
like
love
that has
that
it.
song.
I'm going to play that for Drew, and thank you
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
Thank
You did good thing
I
with
love that song.
I'm curious. I'm looking at both of you guys' arms here.
Tattoos.
The tattoos.
Tattoos.
Well, of each other specifically.
yeah.
Tell me about when that happened.
That might have happened before.
I think we got it when we got engaged.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I got your birthday, so I
Yeah,
have Josh's-
birthday, and then we got our names.
I don't know why. I think we just was like. So,
Yeah,
I don't know why we got the birthday and the name.
Just-
but
we
I
were
just
just
really
young,
wanted to really
yeah,
show
yeah.
you're
It's so
committed.
you never forget.
yeah.
So this is super funny. So I almost got my own birthday on me. So I was like, yeah, it looks great. Put it on there. Because I have Josh's birthday on my back. And
I'm pretty sure it was like stenciled on,
It was
like
stenciled
about
on.
to go. And
About to-
I noticed, I was like, that's your birthday. And I was like, I thought we were doing each other.
well, the thing is, like, I put it on my back and I was like, I want. And then I saw I saw a couple that had each one of their, spouses' names, and they were in a heart on their arm. And I was like, oh my God, I want that. And so then I just got two.
Babe, why don't you have my name tattooed on your body?
I don't have any tattoos. Sean has tattoos.
You should get some tattoos.
Ooh.
How many tattoos do you have?
Just two. I could have 20 though. I love them.
Oh my God, me too.
I know. I would have. Yeah.
The first one's the hardest.
Yeah.
The first tattoo, like, I think is the hard. And like,
Cue the song. What is it? First cut is the deepest.
The first tattoo is the deepest.
that's it.
Amazing.
Didn't sound that good. The lyrics weren't, it didn't flow.
Wow, Andrew.
The lyrics.
Thank God I'm sitting by Shawn. Am I
I
right?
know, dude.
That's hilarious.
No,
So-
but it does hurt the worst.
The first one.
Is
Yeah.
this each other's handwriting?
No,
this is-
this is
okay.
this is all I just found it online.
I
Go to
gotcha.
DeFont.
Love
It's
this.
kind of ghetto, but
What is
Yeah,
that?
fine.
this is what would Dolly do?
You have a Chihuahua in
Dolly
Dolly.
Parton. No, not my Chihuahua.
I
Come
still
on,
think it'd
my
be
Chihuahua would
amazing.
be in.
Yeah, that-
No, but this is
I like that.
me and two of my best friends have that one.
I like that.
I think that my least favorite tattoo, not because I'm not gonna say it.
wow.
What is it?
Well,
now we're all
it's not.
curious.
I got it with my best friend, so I love it.
Yeah.
But it does look kind of trashy on my foot. I'm not gonna lie.
What is
it's
it?
a cactus and it's on my ankle.
Hey, I mean, hey, whatever.
But
we learned.
But I don't hate it. And it looks
But-
really cute. Like especially when I'm wearing tennis shoes, it looks like it's like popping out of my tennis shoe, and I'm just like
Tenny shoe?
tennis shoe.
She does say that weird.
Tennis
I know.
shoe?
I've tried the
Tanisha.
tennis shoe.
I've never heard that.
tennis shoe.
Tennis
shoe.
Tennis.
It's not tennis.
Tennis shoe.
It's tennis shoe for Ray.
Tanisha.
Tennis shoe.
Tennis
You never.
shoe.
Okay, shut up. I do not care.
She won't change. She won't change that.
I
This-
thought you,
How do you
wow,
say-
I thought you
wait.
was like she won't change.
How do you say?
She won't change the way she says
I'm just being funny.
tennis shoe.
Tennis shoe.
How do you say OIL?
OIL.
Yeah.
What's that?
What?
I spelled it. I
Oh,
spelled the word for you.
What?
OIL.
OIL.
No. This stuff you put in the car engine.
Oil.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you were an old girl.
Oil girl.
Oh,
I would say another one, but
How do you say OIL? OIL.
wow, that made me sound super blonde. But I'll take it because I am blonde. I mean, I can tell you the things that I
No.
do that annoy him,
Oh,
I
let's
mean-
get some
Oh,
dirt,
wow.
maybe then.
and not annoy you, but like pet peeves. Now I know when I do something. If Josh is gonna say, so for like instance, I always spin out the tires. Not always. I've gotten better.
What?
When I back out of our driveway, and Josh goes, "You've got to take it slow, like, or you're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up the tires." So I always take it super slow. Well, yesterday,
What does spin out the tire?
like
there's like a point in the driveway where there's like loose gravel, and Ray will always hit it and like
and it'll go
just spin the
and
tire.
spin the tires. So I've been really good about it. Like, and this is what irritated me because I've been super good about being slow, going up the hill slow, so I don't roll, mess up the tires. And I backed up because I was in a rush and I heard it go, "Arr!" And I was like, shit, I'm going to get it when I get back. He's going to have something to say.
That's not.
But you didn't. But you were just like, but then you said, hey, remember about the spinning tire? I was like, I know. But, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. One thing that Josh does not like too is like, for me, I'm like my mom. I will drive a car till it has like 5 miles and I'll go fill it up
same.
with gas.
No, I'll drive it down to 1 mile.
Josh-
Drives
That-
me psycho, dude.
Josh
That gives me
literally always wants a
legitimate
quarter of a tank.
anxiety.
When it's at a quarter of a tank, he wants me
Same
to fill it up.
with Andrew.
He's like, you should always be able. But he's always thinking worst case scenario. He's like, you should always be able. If you had to get away, you should be able to get somewhere. And I'm like,
5
Okay.
miles out of gas.
Yeah.
She
You're done.
will.
I literally drove to Franklin the other day with like 20 miles left, and I'm like, I could make it home. It's fine. And I came home on like 1 mile.
did he get mad?
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah.
It's like a game for her. I'm like, no, just fill up on gas because if you run out of gas, then I'm gonna have to come freaking save you.
Yeah. Or it's just like it's a bad situation to be like stranded on the side of the road.
Jeez.
No gas.
Then
Like,
there's
But that's
some
the
nice
only-
person that'll bring me gas.
my
but
God.
that's not-
You're just banking on the nice person, like
In the
scrolling.
pitch black,
Yeah.
in the middle of a tornado, some sketch ball's gonna,
Oh,
That's really the only thing I can think about.
that's good.
I feel like you guys have a lot to be excited about this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Ray's
gonna
got
be a
some
good year.
new music coming out that I'm really excited about. This is like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I signed
Really
a new record deal with Florida Georgia Line. BK
Congrats.
and Tyler, thank you. And it's really cool because I get to own more of my music, which I think is super important. And but yeah, I'm really excited to release new music. It's gonna be really fun.
So for people listening, where would you want them to go to listen or follow?
Well, of
or-
course, any of like the streaming services, Spotify, Pandora, all that stuff. But yeah, it should be coming out in the next month. Well, I have a
Whoa.
song coming out the next month in February, and then I have my EP coming out in March.
Can we Can we say the names of the songs or no?
I can't say the name of the
Okay.
EP, but I can go ahead and say the name of the song. Why not
Okay.
tease it a little bit? It's my next song will be "Keep Up." So, it's super fun.
Wait, that's one we heard her sing. Yeah, we heard her sing.
Yeah,
that.
you heard me sing "Keep Up."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let me show you.
yeah.
How. That's super
Keep
fun.
up.
Actually, well, I can't talk about that because it's a surprise.
Was
So we'll just leave it as a surprise.
That's fine.
Well,
Don't know if this is a tough topic, but you were with the same label as Taylor Swift, right? Big Machine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then is ownership a big? Obviously, ownership of
think-
the song.
Well, this is my thing. When you first signed when I first signed to Big Machine, nobody knew who the heck I was. So if a company is going to invest a lot of money in you, they should probably have the ownership of your songs, right? It's kind of like a bank, right? Like they're putting the money in you. But eventually, I do believe in reversion rights for eventually owning your own product because those songs make money forever. And so I think that's what she was talking about. But yeah.
Interesting.
So now that I've put out music and I've been successful in it, when I went to go get a new deal, I was able to own more of that income. And now I know I think with Taylor's new deal, she owns 100% of it and they own probably a little bit of it. But yeah. But that's really any label when you first start out. Yeah.
Music industry sounds so
It's so
confusing and messed
Yeah.
up, and
it's
nuts.
very complicated.
I feel like
I don't know why I love it though.
I feel like we could talk to you guys forever and just like keep going, but we want to be conscious of your time.
We wanted to close with you guys singing a duet of your song of choice.
Yeah, go grab
Babe,
the guitar.
Josh can play one song on the guitar, and
Yeah.
it would be "Shallow." In the
And
Whoa,
shallow.
are you serious?
No, it's not that good. Like
Andrew can play one song, and it is Wagon Wheel.
Damn, Sam.
Oh,
With the accent.
Okay, can both of y'all sing for us?
No,
I'm in the
that's
shadows watching this.
Come on, babe.
I don't.
You can
think I
play
do
the.
it.
You can play the song.
On the
Yeah.
spot.
Josh
No,
looks
you don't
a
have
little
to
bit
sing.
like
it. Obviously, you
Bradley
don't have to
Cooper.
sing it, but you can play it. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it took me like 3 days to learn, and I'm not very good at it. So,
Still impressive. Own
Well-
it.
and it was like a YouTube learn, so it was like pausing the video every 5 seconds trying to.
Still,
You did.
I was really proud of you though.
You did it.
you gotta own
And
it.
I was like, I started singing with him, and he goes, "Oh, you didn't come in at the right time." I was like, "What the hell, dude? Like, I do this for a living. Like, I
I
did come
became
in."
an expert after
Yeah.
one song put it on YouTube. I was like, let me tell you.
Was this like all inspiration after you started wearing Ray's clothes? Or
Yeah, this is when I started wearing girls' clothes. I was like, you know what? I gotta start wearing the
That
guitar.
honestly will forever go down as one of the funniest
That's
stories. He was
a
like,
great
"Oh, this is my favorite."
I
And
love
was like,
this shirt.
"What?"
That you gotta like.
Hey, it's a good shirt.
Yeah, it just
Good
feels
shirt.
good.
Yeah.
closing question:
Okay.
the greatest piece of advice that you would give or you have received?
About relationships.
Yeah, about your marriage, dating.
I like, and this might be like cliche, but I always like thought like don't try to change the other person. Like when you marry someone or when you date someone, know that they're gonna stay who they are, and you should celebrate who they are. So don't try to change the other person. Just like if you love that person, you're gonna love who they are. And I don't know, like if you try to mess with them too much, it's gonna take away from what they truly are. I don't know if that's
I like
No,
that. a lot.
I think that's
gold.
true. And
Yeah.
I think the biggest for me, I mean, I know everybody's different, but I think faith is a big thing. And like, I know we both believe that, you know, Jesus is our Lord and Savior. And I feel like keeping him in the middle of our whole situation has been the biggest thing for me. Because at the end of the day, like when we're upset at each other or we're, you know, just not together or anything, like that's the one thing that always keeps us together is knowing that God has a really big plan for our lives.
I love that.
it's awesome.
Your story is awesome.
Thank
And
you.
I appreciate you coming on
Thank
and
you.
sharing
Thank
it.
you.
Whenever the time comes, I think it's worth sharing more widely because I think there's a lot of couples that could get encouragement from it. But appreciate you guys spending the time
thanks
with
for
us.
having
This
Let's
was
go
us.
get
Thank
tacos
y'all.
and margs here soon.
Tacos
Yes.
and margs and Jesus.
And golf.
golf.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm really good at I'm not gonna say it wrong. Is it Scrabble? Scramble?
Scramble.
Scramble.
Oh, you
You
said
did
it
It's
say
wrong.
a typo.
I'm not gonna say it wrong. Scrabble.
Oh,
I was like, how do I say it
OIL.
again? Scrabble? No, it's Scramble.
Well, thanks, guys.
Thank y'all
Yeah,
for
thank
having
y'all.
us.